So, one of the things that I think about often as a professional is how do I ensure that children with autism are safe?
My name is Nancy Marchese. I'm a board-certified doctoral level behavior analyst and a clinical psychologist. My goal is to help 2 million children with autism and their families by transforming their lives, and I can't wait to help you too.
That's because there are a lot of hazards in our day-to-day world that can make it really unsafe for children with autism. Many of those hazards are actually in the child's own home. For example, medicine. Children with autism may go to any medicine, whether it's lying out on a counter or even if it's in a cabinet, and ingest it, making themselves sick. To them, it may look like candy, but in fact, it can cause a major safety hazard to children with autism. So, what can we do about it? The good news is ABA can help. We can actively teach children with autism how to not touch medicine. Super important, whether it's on the counter, whether it's in a cabinet, whether they see a little piece that may look like a candy, we have to teach them not to touch it. Taking it even one step up, in fact, we can teach them to go and find a parent if there's unsafe items out on the open, starting with medicine. How do we do that? Well, here are some tips that you can do at home to practice keeping your child safe and away from ingesting medicine that they're not supposed to touch. So to start with, you need to set up practice opportunities. How are you going to do that? Get those medicine bottles that are empty. Super important because when we're practicing, we also need to be safe. Or we can even use things that might look like medicine, but again are safe. So for example, some candy that might look like some medicine. And what are we gonna do with those empty medicine bottles or other things that look like medicine, but are in fact safe to ingest? We're gonna put them out on a counter. We're gonna create a situation by which something might be out. And when that child attempts to approach the medicine bottle or that thing that may look like candy, we're going to teach them not to touch it. And when they start to approach it and not touch it, what are we going to do? We're going to have the party. We're going to teach them that when they see that medicine, it's not safe to touch. Unless, in fact, mom or dad, here's the exception that we also need to teach, is the one giving us the medicine. So what we want to teach them is situations by which that medicine bottle or something that looks like medicine is out, you don't touch it, and then you have the party, you get reinforcement for leaving it alone. And the opposite is that when they are in fact sick and they need to get help with medicine, that it's delivered by an adult safely. That can also result in reinforcement as well. So you want to teach the rule and the exception to the rule. And you want to practice this repeatedly until your child really gets the gist of this, until they master it, until they demonstrate a high percentage accuracy. And that way you know that if ever there's an unsafe situation, unintended to be so, that your child won't touch that medicine and that they will be safe.
There's only so much we could cover in the short amount of time we had today. If you found value in what we talked about, go to breakthroughautism.ca, join our newsletter, and also follow me on my socials.